Hey there, what's going on, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 reasons you should be buying Titanfall 2 in 2017. Now, if you do enjoy this video at any point, please feel free down below to leave a like, as well as subscribe, as we did just hit 1,400 subscribers, which I do thank you guys so much for. And I can officially say that we're on the road to 1,500, which is halfway pretty much to 2,000, not including the already 1,000. But yeah, without me going on to too much of a side topic here, let's get into the topic at hand, which is the top 3 reasons why you should be buying Titanfall 2. Let's get into this, guys. So in the top 3, the third reason on why you should be picking up Titanfall 2. And before I do this, I want to say I did do a video on this before, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below, as well as an end screen at the end of this video on the first one that I did. It came out in the beginning of April, around the 8th of April, so check that out before you check out this one or after, either or vice versa. Doesn't really matter, they're still the same type of thing, different reasons though, so feel free, if you did enjoy this one, please check out that one, as there are different reasons and both of them kind of go together. For 6 different reasons, I guess you could say. But yeah, getting into the third reason has got to be the maps. Now, the maps in Titanfall 2 are all, well, not if not all, 3-lane maps. Now that does not include, as if you could say, the maps that were in Titanfall 1 that have got remastered to Titanfall 2. Because if you don't know, there is actually DLCs where they do bring old maps from Titanfall 1, the fan favorites you can say, over to Titanfall 2. And those maps are kind of chaotic, which actually makes them fun. So the fact that they are bringing all these 3-lane maps to the game that were already in the game, I guess you could say, and they're bringing a whole plethora of Titanfall 1 maps that are just so awesome to the game is just very cool in my opinion. Technically, there's 2 types of maps. There's the regular maps, the Titanfall 1 maps, and I guess you can say a third, which is the live fire maps, which are kind of smaller maps that are played on its own separate live fire game mode, which is pretty much an elimination game mode that goes up to 5 on these smaller maps. There's no Titans, just pilots, and it's really fun. So the game modes are just really good for these maps, and the maps are just so awesome in my opinion. They work perfectly for pilot on Titan combat, pilot on pilot combat, Titan on Titan combat, and just AI too. Like the AI, if you didn't know, are in some of the game modes, which are actually meaning a lot more combat, and the maps flow with the AI a lot in my opinion, and they just work very well, and I do really enjoy these maps. The fact that they are mostly all 3-lane means that you have a very good amount of flanking routes that you can take on the enemies, as well as a very good amount of just routes that you can take to get from one lane to the other, and it's just a lot of fairness. It's very fair, I should say, and they're just great maps. So third place, guys, comes in with the maps. Coming in at our second spot on why you should be buying Titanfall 2 is honestly because of the guns. Now the guns, if you did not know, are extremely unique in my opinion. Each gun has a different set of value, I guess you could say, and each gun is different from each other. So yes, you do have your pretty overpowered and fun guns to use, such as the alternator, the R201, I guess you could say, just like your generic guns. Well, technically the R201 isn't, I'll get to that in a sec, but you have just, every gun is different. So you can have a gun that has side to side recoil, you can have a gun that has up and down recoil, you can have a gun that's very good at hip firing, you can have a gun that's very bad at hip firing, but is actually very good at aiming down the sight, such as the R201. It's not really that bad at hip firing, it's very accurate when you're aiming down the sight, as it has like 0 recoil in my opinion. You have things like the Volts that are absolutely, they're not bad, but they are nerfed. And you also have stuff like the G2, which is a whole nother play style. You have the Hemlock, which actually recently got nerfed, which is a whole nother play style once again. And honestly, guys, the guns are just so unique in this game in my opinion, and they're so much fun to use. So they definitely do come in at our number 2 spot. The big gameplay in the background is actually me using an L-Star. This one is very cool as it does have a heat up. It's kind of like a flamethrower in the sense that it does overheat, and you have to try and conserve your shots, and every single time that you let go of the trigger, it actually takes about 2 seconds to start to shoot again. So it's pretty cool, and you have to try and control your shots, control your ammo, and basically just control how you're going to get to the enemies, how you're going to take out the enemies, and just overall it'll take over your whole play style while using this gun. The guns are very unique, and each and every single gun has its own type of play style that you have to play with, which I find to be a lot of fun as you get to adopt new play styles when you're playing the game, and it's just awesome. So guys, definitely the guns come in at our number 2 spot. Moving along, guys, into our number 1 spot has got to be the campaign. Now, in my first video, I did not actually talk about the campaign, and I want to say if you haven't played it, this is kind of a spoiler, or I'll try and leave it as much as spoiler free as I can. I don't know what will happen though, but basically, the campaign is amazing. So basically, you are Jack Cooper, You are fighting as a rifleman against the IMC, which is basically, I guess you can say, the bad guys. You're trying to fight against them, and you're trying to basically fight for Planet Harmony, which is basically your last planet, kind of, and your kind of like safe zone, your safe haven, and basically just your paradise planet. And you're there, and you're a rifleman, and you go into your first battle, and basically, without making this too long, you basically just get your first Titan and essentially become a pilot, which is, if you don't know, pilots are basically what control Titans. That's why they're called pilots. And from there on, you and your Titan BT basically go through various puzzles and missions in the campaign to try to stop the IMC. Now I say puzzles because most of these campaign missions are so unique in the way that they're designed, and the gameplay in the back here you can see it's the actual campaign mission that you can play if you don't already own the game. It's called the Beacon. Basically you can just download a free demo for the game, and the Beacon is essentially where you get to play and you get accepted to BT. You'll see more of that if you actually play the campaign, but it's a very good mission and the campaign is very good. You basically grow a bond towards your Titan, and there's actually a lot of emotion kind of that you get to feel, and you kind of feel a part with your Titan, like you kind of feel part of your Titan. And it's just very cool, the relationship that you actually can grow and how close you can actually feel to your Titan. I really didn't know. I didn't really think I was gonna actually feel for my Titan, but when he died, I was sad. Yes. There's rumors that he might still be alive, but hey, who knows? Play the campaign and my friends, you will figure it out. Each level brings a new challenge. Honestly, it's just so much fun. No levels are the same, and it's honestly just such a good campaign for Titanfall. The Titan, your BT, feels so good in this campaign, and just unlocking the new loadouts is just so awesome. I love this campaign so much. I've actually played it 5 times, I'd say, because I went ahead and tried to get 100% and succeeded, and so I really do love this campaign, guys. Definitely check it out. Check out the game too, the multiplayer is really good too, but if you're a campaign kind of guy, definitely get this game because the campaign is so good. It's probably one of the best campaigns I have ever played. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like down below if you did enjoy, as well as subscribe to be part of the road to 1.5 thousand. But yeah, thank you once again guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon for another video. Peace.
He's got the arc tool. Good to see you back.